when I was going my whole career. Cafe Momentum is a 12-month paid post-degree internship for young men and women exiting Dallas County University. When we talk about coming to Cafe Momentum, we talk a lot about commitment. But who do you commit to? Who has your best interest in mind? You do. So who's the best choices for you? You are. It's you committing to yourself. The interns work their way through every station in the restaurant. Dishwasher, prep cook, line cook, busser, server, host, hostess. Getting them back in school. We have classes like financial literacy training, parenting classes. They're writing their resume. They're going through mock interviews. Dallas is one of the most philanthropic communities in the country, but it's also one of the most segregated. A little barbecue, never hurt nobody. We have a large population of kids that live in poverty and live without a home. Waiting tables is about time management. He has really learned to do a good job of how to manage that, and it comes across effortlessly. That is when he talks trash about tables.
My life kind of started off rocky. I was in and out of jail from 11 to 16. When I got out of jail, my probation officer told me about having another family for me.
These kids can will rise to whatever level of expectation is set for them, as long as you give them the tools, resources, and opportunity to get there.
According to Samsung, the average person born after 1980 will take 25,000 selfies in his or her lifetime. And now in Glendale, California, there's a museum of selfies. It's called the Museum of Selfies. It features the world's longest selfie stick, which measures 90 feet. It features historic selfies, reproductions of self-portraits by Renaissance masters, and it features plenty of places where you can take a selfie. So is it shameless selfie promotion or selfie aggrandizement? Does it selfie help selfie promote selfie self-orders with their selfie confidence or selfie esteem? Yes, if you believe in your selfie and know thy selfie and plan to boost your selfie by helping your selfie with selfie-funded tickets to the Selfie Museum, you'll instantly be able to make your selfie at home. I'm Carl Duke for CNN 10.
We're going to take a little break. I was just going to suggest that. It's all good. My sister's. She'll be around. I don't know anything.
All right, if anybody have any questions on the DQ, this is your one and only chance to get any clarification, right answers, or find out if you need to fix anything before turning it in. This is not a grade week. Next week will actually be a grade week. Need to get up and go back to your seats, please. Do not want to step on you, but I am not Anita. Yes, sir. I know.
She passed them out, so probably.
Nope, you do need them, but I'm gonna get to there, okay? I don't have all the copies, so I can make some copies. I can do that after. Okay, so DQ. Anybody have any trouble with page 451 to 453? No. Everybody get number 6. What was progressive and astounding about that caption on page 453? What was it, Addison?
So he was a Dalit when he was younger, but then he became
The president.
Yeah.
The world leader for India. But what, so he was Dalit, what's that?
It's the lowest on the cast.
Very good. He was of the lowest of the social classes. So it really wasn't a familiar thing for people in the lowest social class to become the highest in power in the country. Okay? It was very usual for people that were Brahmins to become leaders. It was unusual for what they called untouchables at the time to become leaders of the country. So it was absolutely very progressive, like, ooh, this is something new, okay, and good. And also astounding, like, wow, that is a big leap in social classes to go from the lowest to the highest, okay? What about on Wednesday? Did most of you, and either answer was correct as long as you had evidence. But how many of you chose monotheistic? Really? See, I think that is the one that you should choose. Because I think, like, don't say now. No, again. But if you did, it's because you kind of saw that there is only one God. This God just has different faces. But it's still the same one God in Hinduism. But a lot of people, like I guess the rest of you or all of you, thought to yourself, well, if there's Brahman or Brahma, if there's Vishnu and there's Shiva, that's 3. It's more than 1, so it's polytheistic. Okay? Which is fine if you explain it that way. It did ask for you to explain your view of why you thought it was monotheistic or polytheistic. And either way is fine. I'm just telling you the majority, and I do think, I'm not a Hindu myself, but the people that I know of that I have talked to that are Hindu, they actually will say, well, we go, yes, Brahma is the one God, but we actually more or less only worship Shiva or Vishnu. And so they still only worship one God. They just call it a different name and think of it in a different way. Okay? All right. How about Thursday? Did most of you choose the business owner or favoring the highway? Of course they would. Business. They got business to go down the road. Right? Okay? And there's actually 2 pretty close tie between the 2 that would oppose it, the farmer and the environmentalist, right? The homeowner could swing both ways, I think. The homeowner could say, yes, I'd love to have all that retail near me, so it'd be convenient, but I think the homeowner could also say, I don't want a highway running through my yard. My kids want to play, it would be really noisy, that kind of thing. So it's kind of a toss-up for the homeowner. You would have to provide some really good evidence. But I think for sure business owner for 1, and environmentalist or farmer for 2. And then you just have to restate them without all the choices for today. That's all you're doing in DQ. It's pretty simple. So blue book for Tuesday and Wednesday. And what we've already talked about for Thursday and Friday. Okay? Okie dokie. Artichoke. Okay. Let's go to study guide. Everybody has to be in their seats because eventually I am going to be checking your study guide. So I would like you to at least be at your seat so I can check your computer. Otherwise, all the blood rushes to my head if I have to go backwards or upside down. Computer. And I don't want to sit on the floor because I may not get up. I am checking it both ways. First we're going over it and then I'm checking it. All right, so India, how is a subcontinent different than a continent? If we go to this, we find that if we look on the 3rd paragraph down, that subcontinent is not large enough to be considered an individual continent. So it's all about size.
It's kind of
Poor little subcontinent. Yes, sir.
It's kind of like Pluto not being a planet because it's too small.
Exactly. And I am just angry at the person that did that.
It's not a planet.
I'm like Sheldon. It makes me very angry.
It's not a planet.
Yes. Can I answer the question?
Sure.
Okay.
Again? I just answered that.
Yeah.
I said it was all about size. It's right there in the article.
I just said it's considered a separate region.
Yeah. Well, it's not a separate, it is a separate region, yes, but it is connected to the continent. So India, when you look on a map, like this world map up here, Alex, you'll see India is red just like the rest of Asia.
Oh, okay.
So it's considered part of that larger continent, but we know it as a subcontinent because we know that probably, we can't prove it because we weren't there, but probably some type of plate tectonics was going on, Pangea, took place. And that's what we're gonna talk about in the next one, the order of events. We knew that Pangea existed, where we had all these separate plates, okay? Then India moved into China. Then the Himalayas were formed by that connection. So yes, it's known as a separate region, but not as separate, it's not actually separate from the continent because it is connected by the mountains. Okay, so if you're looking at your study guide, this part right here, the bullet points, you can either rearrange them or you could put numbers next to them. If you put the number next to them, it would read like this. 3, 1, 2. Everybody got that? The order of events is, this happened third, the Himalayas were formed. That was last, number 3. Pangea exists, 1. The subcontinent of India moves, 2. 3, 1, 2. Okay, or you can just rearrange them.
Understood.
Okay. On this next part, the PBS link about the Himalayas, what language does Himalaya mean? Abode of snow. What language, Christopher?
Sanskrit.
Yes, Sanskrit. Very good. So if you go to the PBS article, that's this one, and you go to the top where it says name, and all you have to write down for number 1 on part 2 is this. Sanskrit. Then probably the best, I think because it's the shortest, the best for something that talks about the climate is right here. This one, and it goes from being tropical at the bottom of the mountain and really warm like summer to snow and ice at the top. Winter. Winter. Literally all in one mountain.
Can you see?
One mountain.
What is that?
Up. Yes.
I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I live stream.
But I think that talks about the
I
rain.
like a girl that
How
shot
it's
it up the
different.
other day.
Like you could talk about the rainfall. We're gonna get into that with the monsoon thing. And there's different ones you can choose. I just chose that one because it's like super short.
Where do we
Super
go?
short and it tells the range. It's very different. We're on the
What
study
the
guide,
fuck? The study guide.
that he.
Oh, he
might
probably
have a
doesn't.
Paper copy of,
Do you have a paper copy of it?
because I know, Ryan, you have a paper copy? No? Does anyone have a paper copy from Mrs. Smart?
But Sue, do you?
No, he probably has the computer.
No.
Paper copy? Did you guys all get on the computer?
Yeah.
The study guide?
I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
Let me show you.
What are you talking
Show
about?
me and then I can show.
What are you talking about? Bye.
4, 1, 10.
What are you talking about, my guy?
Number 3. I'm gonna
Did you
move
get a
on
paper
and
that looked like
I'll
this?
go in a minute.
Can you not? That's stupid.
On the study guide, so the first one was Sanskrit, the second one was about
You
climate.
might have one.
The third
That's why I got
part,
one on paper. Okay.
guys, bear with me. We're gonna look down here at rivers. We're gonna use this
Well,
right here.
bye.
Okay? So in your chart, Indus, Yangtze, the Ganges, and the Brahmaputra.
Can you pull the chart up or whatever she's?
Yeah.
River,
We can, I can
okay?
at least
Those
try.
are
Okay,
4
Drop
rivers.
here.
right.
And all 4 of them, their sources in the Himalayas. So it's Himalayas, 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 Himalayas. Himalayas. 4 of them. They lost their.
So you don't have the study guide, right?
No.
Either a hard
It's on
copy or
Blackboard. It's on Blackboard.
Blackboard. Well, then get on it.
It's on Blackboard.
I'm going to Blackboard, okay? I know
Go ahead.
exactly where it is. I just press some random buttons and I'll end up finding it.
And we're gonna write Himalayas all the way down. And in fact, after you write it once, then just copy it. And there's Himalayas right there. So if you want to take
There you go.
that
Good job.
word, you just, yeah, and then
I'm a professional.
copy it. All right, now, here's the hard note. For the source, it should all be Himalayas.
Get on there
All
so I
4
can show you where to
rivers, their
put
source
Himalayas.
is the Himalayas.
I know exactly what to do.
It's going to be
Oh, I got this. I do that.
the mouth.
I understand.
I think it's best if I do this.
See.
Do you guys leave at 2:45 or
This is what I
3:45?
did. Let me just show you mine.
Like school?
Yeah.
2:45.
2:45. Okay.
Because I was going to say the class over. What time though? It's 11:31.
Okay, not really well seen, but this is what I did. I wrote down, I don't even know if it's still right.
I've had a cast before. I've had
These
a
are the
cast
4
before.
rivers
I had one on
on
my.
G and B.
You need to get on the little things.
They're
I had one
all-
on this hand
all
because I
4
broke
their
my
sources
pinky
in the
playing
Himalayas.
basketball
Oh, wow. Here?
But the
at the
mouth,
last school.
where they
Like
go
my
out
finger
into
broke.
Mr. Perry?
is different. Now, some of them are
My
the same,
finger
but
like bent back and it was like all the way back
Ooh.
here, just dangled. Like,
for the Indus River, it's
It's-
the Arabian Sea.
it's a loose tooth.
For the Yangtze, which I don't spell wrong, is East China Sea. And
No,
for
I
the
should work on
Ganges
it.
and the Brahmaputra, it's Bay of Bengal.
Oh, good.
If you guys want more of this,
Good job.
let me know
I
down.
I wish you could get on the chart thing so I can help you.
I am.
Number
That
4 is
doesn't-
Mount
that's
Everest.
not it.
That was an easy.
Yes, it
That
is.
was right there in the article. Like highest peak, Mount Everest.
This job is for everyone. But hey,
And then
it's
how
in
does the
my
article say the
genes.
Himalayas affected? That was found in additional facts at the bottom of the article. And
Farmers
it said that
are the
mountains
best.
provided a natural barrier that isolated the 2 countries. They didn't have interaction. So China thought they were the greatest thing since sliced bread because they were doing all these original things, and look at us, we're a
Yeah.
civilization, woo-hoo.
I can
Okay.
do this later.
India said the same thing. Woo, lower
I'm a
civilization,
pro.
woo-hoo. Because they each thought they had this great original idea that each of them were doing, but nobody knew it because they couldn't see each other. Okay? Until the Silk Road and they
Look at
started.
my
creating.
background.
And then it was all.
Wow. I made that.
Okay? But
It's
essentially,
supposed to be Batman.
they grew up as countries
Batman.
very differently.
And then I also made
But
this
they did a
background.
lot of the same things.
Look at this one.
But they just didn't know it because nobody went over the mountains.
That's sweet.
Bad things up
My
there.
mom has a car like
Okay?
Really?
China, the same thing. They're like, bad things up there. I hear people, but I don't see them. Okay? So, isolation. It provided isolation. All right,
Where is she?
part 3.
She is up here.
There
Part
are
3.
links.
But I was looking.
Yep. Okay. Now we're in, okay, so Mount Everest, good. And on this last one, let's see. Oh, that's okay. Prevented, yep, no, that's fine.
Good
What you
job.
have's good. What you have's good. Just make it a different color so I can
Can
see
you
it.
help me?
Yep.
Like it, because I can't
Okay.
see where he
So
needs to
go
be. 'cause
to,
he's definitely
did you
not
go to
there.
Blackboard? All right. Let's see. Let me move my paper up for them.
Thanks.
So on this last part,
Look at you.
I really kind of messed it up. It's a little messy. I was trying to write quickly. So what I did is I decided to refute number one. I disagreed with number one because I said winter monsoons bring moist air from China to Indonesia, which does not support that there's only rain during the wet season. Okay? And then I supported number two by saying that summer and winter monsoons do determine the climate for most of India and Southeast Asia.
You're gonna have to finish that before the day's up. So she gave you all
Okay.
the answers.
Yeah, I gave
I don't know where that is.
Okay, scroll down. We're gonna go to, not that week, but the last, there we go. India study.
Okay, there
it
you
is.
go.
And then you know how to make a copy and everything, right? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Nope, you have to wait till it loads. Wait till it loads. Gotta be patient. Ow. That's another reason to be patient, so you don't hurt yourself. Okay, file, make a copy.
There
And
you
then
go.
I want you to put it into your India content folder. Okay. Okay, on Google Docs. Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. So you could decide to support this and choose a different quote. It's up to you. I just went with kind of the fastest thing to do real quick, so I have some answers to show you. Okay? Either one, you
I don't
can
have that
support or
folder.
refute it. Your quote just has to match what you're doing. Okay?
There you
All right.
go.
Plenty of time for me to come around and check this. It should
No.
be an easy 60 out of 60 points for you today.
Oh my god.
So you just make sure that everything's filled in, and I'm gonna come around and you're gonna scroll down, and I'm gonna see it and put a big 60 out of
Hurry up,
60
you need
on
them
your
60
grade.
points.
I don't need no 60 points.
I'll help you get it. You need the points.
I need 50.
Look, I don't care. You need to fill out something. I'll help you. You need some points.
I don't care which one you choose.
I need
or whether you
4
jump
points.
around.
Okay, just do it so we can
But
get you some
can work
points.
on
I need
part
0
4
points.
of the study